Hello, everybody. This is Doug from at Tramp Traveler on YouTube, and today is Tuesday, August 25th, and I'm out in the shuttle bus that I'm building out for a camper, and it's pitch black outside. I've been doing a couple of days of hard work out here, so I got a bunch to show you, and I'm also testing out a new light that I've got, which it makes this phone terrible heavy here. So we'll see how long I can do this. But it clips onto the phone and seems to be working pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to show you down in cupboards, and I needed this light to be able to show you where I've been doing my work. So hang on just a second. All right. This is the cupboard here. Got the two doors open right now. They go across here. And I got my bucket down there, which is eventually going to be my toilet with a, what do they call a bucket with a bag. And this platform down here is where one of my crates will be. The other three will be underneath the bed. And then I build in a drawer down below here, which I glued all the way around it. That's what you see, the yellow there. If you do that around the inside of a drawer, man, they become super strong, super tough. You can't hurt them. Anyway, down in this cupboard, I built the platform for the crate. And I've got the pump mounted on the wall, water pump. And this hose here is just drooping in there. None of them are hooked up right now. But that's going to go in the back there to that tank, which is underneath behind that bucket. And let's see here. This hose, finger, this one coming down here will be a floor drain. If I want to empty the tank out really quick, I just open this valve up and turn on the pump, and it'll send all that water right out on the ground. It's good for winter clean out, or if I'm putting some chlorine in it to sterilize the inside of the tank. Then over here, don't fail me now, finger. This one, this one here will go up to the sink. It's curled down right now, but it'll be curled to the right because the sink is going to be up right up under here. And then get over here. This one here has the curly hose on it here, which I've got to shorten up. It's way too long. That goes up to the water filter. This water filter, which will be on my hot water heater for taking showers. And then that hot water heater hose I can bring over to where the sink will be, which will be over here right behind that glue bottle, built right into the counter. And that drain will come underneath here, and there'll be a couple of 3-gallon jugs under there, one of them for drinking water and one of them for the water coming out of the sink. Okay, now I'm going to pause this for a second and show you where the door is shut, because I put 2 doors on this. This is the doors, and you can see the gap above the drawer there is filled in now. I had to notch this door out here so that I can be able to take this bucket out without opening the door up. And I've still got to fill in some holes here where the handle used to be, and over here where the handle used to be. And then I'll just repaint everything again. Anyway, yeah, these doors, I've got to put some latches on them yet. And I'll probably try to do a three-way latch down here so it'll hold the doors shut and the drawers shut while I'm traveling. And I still got to do a little bit of fill in down here to cover that up, but be able to open this door up to be able to change out my water tanks down there. Now, the next project is going to be build in my pantry shelves over here. And they'll be between this 2x4 here and this 2x2 over here. It'll be 3 tiers. And it'll be 2 of them for cans, so they'll be close together. And then above that, there'll be a taller one for bigger things like boxes. Now, one thing I've got to do yet is my stove, the 2-burner stove, is going to be right up here. And that'll inset down in there. And I don't think it's going to go down too far below where that cross 2x4 is there, or 2x2 is. But I've got to get that out and figure out how deep that's going to go in order to know how much room I've got for that third shelf. And if it's not enough room for things that are tall, I don't eat cold cereal, so the tallest thing would be some of these boxes of rice or noodles or something like that, so I probably won't need an awful lot of height. I bought a bunch of 1x4s, you can see over here, and I used some of that inside of the cabinet already, but those will be the sides of my drawers. And then I've still got 3 sheets of 3/8 plywood over here. Oh, there's 4 sheets there. I got tons of plywood. That'll be the bottom of my drawers, and might be the sides of that the slides mount to. These are the 3 slides that I'll be using here. Bought a 4-pack from Amazon. They're heavy. They're supposed to be able to hold 100 pounds each, I think, which is more than enough. Each set of those is a right and a left. And so I want to build them strong enough. So I still got to put a spanner over here 3 times for those shelves to adhere to. And then again over here, I've still got to put in back here an upright, which will probably be a 2x3, bolted in like this one's bolted in, and that'll serve as the left side of your drawers. So that's what I've got right now. See, I got me a shirt that shows my logo. And it shows in the camera right now is backwards, but I think the camera flips everything, so that's a good thing. Anyway, you can hear my puppy whining in the background. He's tired of being in here. Yesterday, I worked from 9 o'clock until 7 o'clock at night on this side. And then today I worked I had to go into the VA for some lab draws for A1C. That's for your diabetic. And so I didn't get a real early start on this. Probably it was 11 o'clock before I got started in here. And I went until, what was it, about, I think it was about 3 or 4 o'clock today before I finally got the last door on here and came to a standstill on what I was going to do. I didn't want to start on these pantry drawers at short notice, like with only I was already tired, so that's it, Anyway, I'm going to catch up with you again tomorrow after I've done some of this work here. And I got a favor to ask you, anybody who's already subscribed, to go in and watch any one of the videos, but to not only subscribe, but to ring the bell, and you push the all. first you push the bell, then you push all, and that'll send you all of my videos as they are published. So do that. Been forgetting to tell anybody to do that. So I don't know if they're receiving my videos when they shouldn't be coming out. Anyway, things are working good. This will be video number 12. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Hello again. I guess you can tell it's a day later. Whiskers a little longer. Got to shave tonight. It's Wednesday the 27th. I misspoke yesterday saying it was the 25th. But, give me a break. I'm just an old retired guy, and time really doesn't matter to me. Anyway, I've been working on the 3 drawers that are going to be on the driver's side. Let me give you a look of that. All right, there's the side that I've got done, and the 2 bottom ones are, like I say, for canned goods. Lose my focus here for some reason. And what's going on here? Come on, baby, focus. Everything's fuzzy. Anyway, the top one is for, there we go. Top one is for bigger items like boxes. And I got plenty of height there available. So I've got those done, and I just got to match the same thing on the other side, closer to the front of the bus. It took a long time, because you can't go by a level, because everything is tilted one way or another in a shuttle bus or any vehicle that you're working on. So you just got to go with making everything as square to itself and square to the floor. Can't even go square to the walls because they have a slight lean in. As you can see over here, it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. But anyway, once you get something started, then it's easier to go from there, because you can just measure from a certain point and use a square on it. And I'm too lazy to go to the house where I've got a framing square, so I've just been using the corner of this with the two factory corners on it, and it's good enough for what I'm doing. I've checked it against other things, and it's accurate. So anyway, I got the bottom 2 are for 5-inch high. Cans are 4 inches high, but I'm giving them 5 inches just because there's a rare can, that might be a little bit taller. But and then the top, so everything is 5 inches apart, with plenty of room at the top there, like I said. So now I just got to do the other side, and it's easier if I put those slide rails on there, the drawer slides on there, before I screw them to the wood. And man, that saves a lot of time, because you can work with the thing in your lap, and just put it in there. You just line it up even with the bottom of the board, and you got plenty of room on top of the board then to do your screws to connect it to the wood. Just the hardest thing is going to be drilling backwards and screwing backwards, making marks and stuff on this driver's side over here, or on the side towards the front of the bus. But we're getting to it, so looks like I'm going to have probably about a 10-inch wide shelf, and then I can make it as deep as I want to. The front leg here to the back leg the shelf is 24. The counter is 24 inches deep, and I won't go that deep. I'll maybe go 20 inches. The sides are 18, so it'll pull out 18, but you don't want to have too much back in behind that you gotta dig for things. So anyway, one of my stupid drills quit. I got 2 drills. One of them's a real old Harbor Freight 12 volt, and I got a screw rod on the way in, and then all of a sudden it doesn't do anything. So either it's a wiring bad in it, but I took a battery out and put it on the charger. But usually those things, they'll run until they just slow down and won't drive a screw in. But this one just totally quit, and I'll tear it apart. I'll figure out what's the matter with it. But just kind of frustrating because I just have to switch between a drill bit and a screwdriver bit, Phillips bit, to do everything, because this pine splits out so easy if you just run a screw through it. So, but anyway, I'll catch up with you again here when I get the next side done, and then we'll go from there. And then the other side was done. Just took an instant, didn't it? No, it took quite a while. It took an hour and a half. So the next thing I got to do is build the drawers themselves. And as I mentioned before, I'll probably make them 20 inches deep or long. And just measured, and it'd be 9 3/8 wide on the outside. So building it with 3/4 inch lumber, so take 1.5 inches away from that. So, but there'd be plenty of room for at least a double wide row of cans, maybe even staggered three rows of cans. Plenty. I don't eat that much canned food anyway, but when you get to camping, you might be doing more of that instant food stuff rather than cooking a whole meal. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have plenty of freezer space and refrigerator space, to keep meats and stuff like that fresh, and to be able to refrigerate food after it's been cooked. And I plan on doing that. I don't do much cooking right now here, being a bachelor, because it's just so convenient to run to a store and get some, or to one of the fast foods and get something that's on a bonus price, a cheap price on sale. What do you call it? Discounted price. I don't know. But I only eat like 2 meals a day and then a few snacks. But I've got this nice size refrigerator. Plus, I've also got it's a horizontal 12-volt refrigerator freezer that right now I got it between the seats of my 2006 Ford E350 van, but that's going to be coming in here and going way up in the nose, front end, to the right side, but in front of the two doors that, you see the two doors up here, down to the bottom, where that ladder, that's a collapsible ladder, the refrigerator will just shove right up in there, but I'll still run it off from the 12 volt from back here. I don't want to run that off from my shuttle bus battery. That just poor planning there. You end up with a dead battery. Although I'm going to have wires run to the front so that if my engine battery goes dead for whatever reason, I'll be able to send some of my lithium power up there. It's not a great idea because lithiums don't have the deep cycle, or what do you call it, cold cranking amps that your regular vehicle batteries have. So I don't want to hurt my lithium batteries, but with 4 of them, I don't know, it might be okay to send that. But I don't have to crank off from those batteries all the way from the back of the bus anyway. All I'd have to do is just turn the power on between them and just wait for half an hour or whatever, and it'll charge up that battery for the engine, and then I can just disconnect that and start with a charged battery up front there. But I plan on having connections between there anyway, so that if my batteries get real low, my lithium batteries get real low, because just bad weather or whatever, I'll be able to run my shuttle bus engine and send power back to those batteries. Now, with a shuttle bus, because you've got that lift, they put in like a 450 amp alternator, which is 2 to 3 times more amperage than what you get in a normal vehicle. Even your pickups, they might top out at 200 amps, maybe 240, something like that. But this has got a big powerful alternator on it, so it would certainly, even just setting idling, it'd charge my batteries up back here for the lithiums. Now, it's not the right voltage entirely, to get them up to 13.5, 13.8. The lithiums like to be charged up to 14.2 or more than that. But even if I can just get it partway there, and I've got a lithium charger too that I can plug into 110, and I'll be having a generator with me, so I could actually run that and charge the top of those batteries off all the way with that. But yeah, I'm not worried about it because I'm going to have plenty of solar, plenty of lithium battery, and very little use. Like I say, I'll be running that 12-volt refrigerator and this 110-volt refrigerator. And that's basically, and maybe the diesel heater, a few lights, maybe charging some phones or something like that. But yeah, I probably won't be using 250 watts per hour anyway. And with 800 watts of solar, I should be able to recover quite quickly on a decent day. So anyway, I think I'm going to let this go, and I'll probably build those shelves, those drawers, on the next video. Arm is getting tired. I bought a well-used Ryobi table saw off from Facebook Marketplace, $25, and it works great. It's got a 10-inch blade on it, got the attachments it needs, so that'd be good for ripping plywood, nice and accurate. And then I've also just bought I call them a chop saw, but they're a saw, for cutting trim and stuff like that. This isn't a sliding one. It's just it comes straight down. It's hinged in the back, but it'll easily cut these 4-inch pieces of sideboard. Easily do that, and I'll have nice square cuts for that. I want these drawers to be made very accurately, and they'll be glued together as well as screwed together. Well, I've got a what do you call it? Not an ear nail. It's not an ear nailer. It's a stapler, and runs off from pneumatic. And I've got several compressors that I'm gonna have to settle on one of them and get rid of the rest. All I really need an air compressor for when I'm on the road is one to air up the tires, and I've got one of the best ones that they sell for guys who do off-roading, rock climbing, stuff like that have to let their air out of their tires to make them squishy and soft and grippy, and then they air them back up before they go on the road with them. I bought one of those compressors. It runs off 12 volt. It's kind of a heavy sucker, but they mount these things under the hood a lot of times and permanently mount them. But my dog, you hear him hacking up there. He's a Chihuahua, and when they get older, he's 15 years old. When they get older, they have a tendency to have a collapsed trachea. It's in your throat there, and sometimes, if I try feeding him where he's got to reach up for it, it'll kind of choke him. He'll get to gagging. And once in a great while, if he swallows something too big. But, it's really, at his age, there's nothing that they can do about it. I guess they can put stents in it, like they do in blood vessels, but he's all right. I mean, he might do that 5 times a day, 10 times a day. You heard him when this video started. But anyway, something down the road may have to do. I don't know. I love the little guy to death, and he's my constant companion, and he loves me to death, so it might be worth it to put some money into him that way. I just don't know. I've got to get a veterinarian to tell me how much it's worth, if it's something he can recover from. But I don't know. I'll study up on it more. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'd like you to um, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, punch the all so that you get all of my videos as they come out, and like my video. And if you feel like it, give me a comment, yay or nay. I'm not a super carpenter, but I can get by. So we'll be seeing you next time. Watch my videos at youtube.com/@Tramp Traveler. And I'll put that down below here too, towards the end. Oh, I also got a QR code that I'll try to put down here too. That way you can just zap it with your phone. It'll take you right to my videos. Anyway, have fun. Take care. Enjoy your week. Thanks.